Yo, hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm gonna show you something that I thought is impossible. A Titus team that can actually compete with a Lamasu YUMEKO team that can reset all the time. Like this team right now. This is my run. It has a Lamasu and a YUMEKO. And they reset all the time. So I have my skill on my Titus ready all the time. I can reset as often as I want. I can grow my shield so fast because I have my skill all the time ready. But yeah, our good man Yannick came around like always, and he showed it is not impossible to have some weird ass champions in here, like a Shayak and a Patrick, where I thought to myself, what is going on? But before we gonna jump into that, it would be amazing guys if you not press only my like button, you also go over to Yannick's channel and give him a sub, help him out to get 1000 subs. He is amazing. He always comes out with something really crazy, and he also works in the background, not for me, but every time I have a question, he's willing to help me out, and he's just a really nice guy overall. So please help him out to get to a 1000 subscribers. So he enjoys Raid a little bit more, and maybe then he does a little bit more content, and it would help out everybody, what I think. So let's jump into the run quickly. I'm gonna, for the beginning of the fight, you have to get a certain setup in here. I obviously don't know all the setups, why he does some skills in a certain way. A lot of things, for example, come through the True Fear head, that he cleanses off the True Fear with his Mad Hatter in the right way. Lamasu can reset. And we're gonna talk about, to really understand it, I recommend watch it a couple times, how it went out, how he did his skills, and then you can kind of just copy and paste, and it will be also good for you. Let's talk about some champions in here, where I'm like, why? Dude, why? Shayak, for example. Why is he in here? First of all, I think probably he doesn't have something better, but that's the juiciness of him. It doesn't matter what he has, and it also shows you that you have some wiggle room in here, and Patrick and Shayak, for example, could be some champions that you might have something different in mind. So, Shayak is in here for decreased defense. I think some mischief tanking and hex. You will increase your damage by the hex. He is in a hex set, so you do more damage if you use the A1 on a decapitated head, get the hex out there with a hex set, and you do, I think, 20% more damage. So basically, he's a damage booster, plus having decreased defense. Even decreased defense is not 100% of the time. It is still really usable. I think he has a gem or something in there, and some masteries. It's 80% actually, so it's really reliable. Not totally, you know what I mean, 80% is still 80%, but really good. Overall, I think there's just in here because he doesn't have someone else. Again, it shows you have some wiggle room in here. Let's talk about Patrick. He's the other one where I'm like, I asked him, why is he in here? And he was like, yeah, he gives some really juicy buffs, but also he gives the continuous heal that makes you stack up continuous heals on your Titus. And he's obviously in a protection set, 9 piece. So every single continuous heal will be worth 5% more damage. And I was like, hey, the team looks really weird. I'm not gonna lie, but it is amazing. It impressed me about the damage, to be honest. I didn't think so, but hey, he came out. And also, there is a magma shield right here. Later on, from the damage, just do 2/3 of the damage. That is what you gonna get if you don't have the magma shield, which is still insanely good for the things that you do. It is really nice. So, his setup, the only thing I can 100% tell, he's trying to get rid of the blue head kind of quickly, and he needs the perfect veil on Titus because he has a relic that is doing more damage for you if you have a perfect veil on you, and then you do more damage. And he's gonna activate it by killing the blue head, getting perfect veil on Titus out there, and then he has it ready. He's gonna extend anyway for the whole time, and that is really cool. Hey, to be honest, really great setup, and I like it. That's why I'm here and showing it off to you. So you guys see, hey, it doesn't have to be YUMEKO Lamasu. You can still do some crazy damage. He didn't even go all the way to the turn limit. So, and at this point, let's talk about Lamasu quickly, because she is really important. I think he has reflex or some impulse or something like that on her. There's kind of a must have. Like, you want that on your reset champion if you want to reset more and more. And the Lamasu is not gonna reset Titus for a while. That's what I know. He is gonna reset Wixwell or Mad Hatter. Sometimes it mostly Wixwell, so he can grow his shield really fast. He has it ready all the time. And then the intercept, for example, he can place on some champions and they're not in danger of true fear or something. So he resets the Wixwell most of the time. But then later on, if you have a buffer on Titus, his buffs, like when the durations go more up, you have 7, 8 or something, even 5, that's totally fine. If you have a brain to think about, like, hey, I can kind of, this time I can do it for free, it's okay, I still don't destroy my whole team because of the one reset not landing on that one. But yeah, like mostly it is Wixwell to graze up the shield as fast as possible. And later on, he has freedom to reset Titus a couple times. Maybe not the whole way through and something like that, but there is wiggle room to get more skills out of him. That's what you want, to be honest. Like, you want that. Let's skip a little bit further and let's check out the damage, what he can do. Like, yeah, right, 600 million, alright, oh, 900, so that was a 300 million. Nice. Go a little bit further, like 1.4 billion already. And it is on turn 40. That is really nice, like, oh, that is really good. And it's not gonna be lesser than from now on. Now on, he has charged all his things and he can do the smacks over and over. Obviously, the team will fail when you get eaten on your Titus. Later on, I probably recommend you go for the Magma Shield. If you get a Magma Shield, then you probably should a buff spread team to get your sanity going, so you can just relax a little bit. Later on, you can do a team like this, and when you get eaten on your Titus, you just spread the Magma Shield and the shield coming from a skill. They are spreadable, and just the, what's it called, the gear set shield is not spreadable, so you still have 2 buffs that you can still go on and do some really nice damage without having to restart a couple of times. Because I'm gonna tell you, this team needs restarts. You can not do nothing about who gets eaten, and it will be Titus more often than you actually wanted it to. So later on, it's probably gonna be a buff spread with a Magma Shield, what I do for my own team, so I can just do that thing and it's over instead of just restarting all the time. But for now on, something like this is totally the damage. Wait, what was it, like 100 or something? Let's skip a little bit forward. Let's skip. Let's see the damage right here. 3 billion. Nice. Really nice. Like, I like Titus for the damage. He is really, it feels amazing to do some really crazy damage. It just feels like that. There is no doubt. I think everybody likes it. Everybody who likes this game is kind of, oh, more damage, oh, more fun. So let's keep a little bit forward. Like, yes, obviously the damage is completely in the thumbnail. I showed it already. So it's gonna be 9 billion. It's just amazing that this doesn't have a YUMEKO and it still can compete with this team. It has YUMEKO. I have the meta team right now, and he does kind of the same. He did a little bit less this time, but to be honest, that he competes with me. I thought, you are free to play, no chance, go away. What else? What are you supposed to do? And he comes out with that. Like, holy moly. So let's go back into the run. Alright, we are back in the run. I kind of was confused for a second. Alright, so let's skip a little bit forward. For the things about the stats, I think I said enough. It is really cool. I like it. It's so unconventional. Like, it's so out of the box with Shayak and Patrick, but it still works and it can compete with my team. I'm really impressed about the stats. Let me go quickly about the damage. Kind of. Where's the damage? I think my hair is a little bit laggy. Like right here. Right here. So, it's not technically 9 billion, but like right there. So, forgive me about that one, that I call it 9 billion. Yeah, team really, really nice. For out of respect, guys. I'm not gonna show you the stats. It is his own video. I don't want to take anything away from him. It is his. I want to just show you that you can kind of build a team still thinking outside of the box. Lamasu, for example, with reset on your 2 buff extenders is working. That is really nice. You can get a Lamasu and that will really help you out. And I'm not gonna show you the stats. Just go over there and the video will be over there, linked in the description, don't worry. Also, the link of his Discord from Yannick is over there. And if you have any questions about the team, why is that Shayak in there, and so on, just go over there, ask him. He is always super friendly. He will give you a summary. And yeah, that will be about it. Help him out to get 1000 subscribers. Press the like button of mine. Subscribe here if you haven't done already. And yeah, have a nice day.